just give me evaluation, good, bad for you. You know, every season's probably a mix of both. So what do you think you've done well? Where do you still need to improve?
I think I've just gotten better each game. Keep going back to practice and trying to be more consistent and better in practice and trying to translate that to a game. And every week I've gotten more decisive with my decisions and, very consistent with my eyes and my reads and my play.
Jarret, what was the difference between you guys in the first half and the second half against Texas Tech? And you as well.
Yeah, I think we just woke up. I don't know, came out flat, and we were wondering why you can't do that versus a Big 12 opponent come out and get shut out in the first half. But we play like we did in the second half. We can play with anybody. Really don't know why we showed up like that, but we know it can't happen again.
You heard a couple people said that you stood up at halftime and talked. Why that moment? What'd you say, and what did you see as far as a response from you and your teammates?
Yeah, I said a few words at halftime just to try to get our guys going. I knew what we had to do when we came out, and that was to at least tie the game or get it close. And really, I just wanted to, have a response when we came out, and not, continue what we were doing the first half.
What is it like? I mean, you get geared up all week for a game. You think that you're fired up, I'm sure. I mean, you don't go out there saying, I don't feel like playing today. And then all of a sudden the team shows up flat. What's going through your mind? How do you shake out of it, or do you?
Yeah, in my mind, I'm on the sidelines, just trying to talk everybody up, trying to get them going. Next play mentality, next drive mentality. Let's get it going, get the energy up. And I guess we just finally got that together the second half.
How's that for the whole team? I mean, there's like 22, 30 guys that are playing in the first half, and it's like it was like nobody was above it. It was just.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out myself. It's a tough situation. Like I said, it just can't happen. You got to be ready to play.
Jarret Neal had said that he needed to call a few more shot plays, and then you guys this past week started to hit a couple of them. You getting comfortable with that deep ball? You hit, like I said, there were several that were effective this past week.
Yeah, I'm really just being really decisive and confident in my deep ball. I think it comes down to a lot of confidence and just throwing it. Being on rhythm and having confidence in the throw helps so much with a deep ball.
As a quarterback, obviously you're always under a microscope. Do you have to tune out the outside noise, and how do you do that? Did you have to learn that over time?
Yeah, I would say at Bowling Green you really don't have that kind of noise just because it's such a small school, and it was a little different when you get here. When you lose and you're held to a very high standard at quarterback here, and I know that standard, and I want to hold myself to that standard. But yeah, you just kind of have to tune it out, stay off social media a little bit, just go back to work. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. We know what goes on in this building. I know how much hard work I've put into this game, so I'm just going to go back to work and keep playing.
You mentioned your decision making. The one part that probably didn't fit your game greatly was taking off and running it, when there's nothing there in the passing game. How do you progress with that? Is that a practice thing where, you're saying, okay, 1 read, 2 read, no, I've got to go now? Or do you really have to do that in a game a few times, to start feeling more confident in it?
Yeah, I think it's just from repetitions and practice. We've also changed a lot of plays where it's maybe 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, and then that clock goes off in my head and I got to go. And then it's also just pocket movement stuff. If you feel pressured, you can be decisive to go and run, or you can just move up in the pocket. And I think, I've been trying to, if I feel something and that clock goes off in my head, get as many yards as I can and try not to take a sack.
How difficult is it for you with Jarret playing consistently, taking a series off, taking 3 plays off, whatever it may be?
It's not very difficult. I kind of did something like that when I was at Bowling Green my last year, so I've been through it already. I just try to control what I control, and when I'm on the sideline, it gives me a different view of the defense. So when I'm on the sidelines, I can see it, maybe slowed down than a game perspective and see what they're doing from a sidelines perspective.
Is it easier series to series to rotate, or play to play? Because you've had a little of both.
Yeah, either way kind of feels the same. I'm just waiting for them to call my name to go right back out. I'd love to have the ball in my hands every single play, but just try to control what I can control. When they call my name, go back out there and do my job.
Because Garrett's game is so much different than yours, I mean, can you give him advice? Can you see things that help him, or it's just what they call is so different, your games are so different?
Well, mostly the defenses we played haven't really done too much different than when he's in the game than I'm in the game, and I know what plays he's running. They might not be the plays that I'm running, but I can know his read, and I can tell him, on the sidelines if he missed anything or good job on his read or just anything that he missed. I can, give him some advice.
Jarret, Neil was saying that consistency is a big thing. Where does that come from? How do you guys get a little more consistent, finish off drives with touchdowns instead of field goals?
I would say just practicing better, going back to work. That's the only way to get better, to get more consistent, is to practice better and go back to work and prepare better, be more efficient in practice.
The last third down play, Parker tried to take us to it and said that you'd be able to do a better job, but it happens fast. Something on the right, something on the left, something in the middle. Had a good look, but as you go back, what might you have done differently, done better?
Yeah, I thought I played pretty well the whole game and just missed the opportunity to win the game. And at quarterback, it's such a small margin of error. So we had a play where the running back went out and the will linebacker took it away, but kind of sat in between it. It was a little gray, which the first mesh was coming across, which if I'm decisive, I hit that and he walks in for a touchdown. But I thought the will would be able to take away the mesh, so I was going to go to the over-the-ball route. That was covered. Saw Letty jumping up and down in the back of the end zone, and I think I just barely missed him for the touchdown as well. Like I said, it's just a very small margin of error. Got to make the play when it counts.
In game, in between series, who are you talking to the most on the sideline, and what's the focus of that? Is it, hey, this didn't work right, let's do this next time, or is it more looking ahead, this is what we're going to do next series?
Yeah, right when I come off on the sidelines, I'll talk to all the players, and then I'll go over to the phones, and it's usually Coach Reagan. We'll go over the whole series of what each play, what I saw, what he saw. Then we'll usually hang up the phone from there. I'll just be watching the game. He might call it back up and say, okay, this is what we're thinking the next drive or within the future of the game.
Receivers made some plays for you in the second half. What do you see from them, and how do they help you out after the catch, too?
Yeah, I think, the receivers have really stepped up. It's good to see them have some, yards after the catch. I think that's one thing they're trying to work on the most is run after catch.
What's your evaluation of Goose Crowder?
I think he'll be a player. I really like the kid. Me and him actually became really good friends. He's always in my back pocket, wants to learn, wants to try to do everything that I'm doing to be the best quarterback he can be. And I think, he's going to continue to grow, and, he'll have a chance here one day.
Okay, anything else for Jarret? All right, thank you very much.
I'm sorry. You get much advice from your brother? Do you talk to him a lot?
Just every now and then, he'll send me a good luck text every Saturday, and if I have anything, I can go to him. But the main thing he's been telling me lately is just to be fearless, go out there, be fearless, decisive, decision maker.
Thanks, Jarret.
Thank you.